Hey guys, I'm going to show you a quick video today on a really good exercise for working the hip stabilisers and the adductors and what we call fixator muscles, okay? This is what I would normally use as a filler exercise, so to complement a bigger movement pattern. So if I was going to do squats or deadlifts or track bar deadlift or RDLs, after I've done my main exercise for the day, I would move into something like this afterwards, okay? It works the muscles really hard, but again, everything's got a starting point, so we're going to start from the ground up, okay? So with this one, with the adductor slider, I would recommend that you just start on the knees to begin with, okay? So we want one leg fixed to the floor and then the working leg, okay? Now your adductors down here on the inside of the leg, okay? So this is what's going to happen. We're going to have this leg nice and tight, fixed into the floor, the knee stays in position, and we just slide out, go with what your range is, and then we just pull that back in, okay? And this is just a starting point, okay? The idea here is working the inside of here while stabilising through this right hip, okay? Now eventually, once we've built up that initial strength, some people might be able to jump straight into this one, but we start at the top, okay? And we go down, down. We want to hit that 90 degrees on this right leg, okay? Keeping the knee onto the lateral side of the foot as much as possible, okay? So we're stabilising through the hip, moving out. When we come back up, we're drawing in, not just through this leg, but also this leg. We're working both of the legs at the same time to draw that leg back in. Once we've got this, we can then look at loading it. It doesn't matter how we load it. We can go with a goblet squat position, or we can bring that into inside of the leg. Both hands for stability, okay? Doesn't really matter how we load it, but for the beginner, if you know that this is a weakness, or you came out of an injury recently, I would go on the knees first, build up that initial strength. Once you've developed that to be able to hit enough reps and sets, we then stand up. It's completely subjective how many reps and sets you want to do, 3 sets, 4 sets, 5 sets. Volume is the key with something like this. We want to overload it, obviously we want to overload it, everything needs to be loaded, but at the same time, initially in the beginning phases, 4 to 6 weeks, we want to be using volume. So just increasing it, repetitions, so maybe 8 to 12 to 15s, okay? So we've built a nice base, and then we can start loading it after that, okay? Taking the reps back down, of course, and then starting to add some weight to that. But in the beginning, start on the knees. You might be ready to start from a standing position, but remember this is a filler exercise, guys, so it works really well straight after a main compound lift of the day, okay? And it works really well for the adductors, so if you're somebody that feels that you have weak adductors, or you want to create more stability in the hips, this is a really good go-to. Thanks for listening.